This video is going to help you understand the food chain simulation assignment and how this document and this simulation work. So first, open up the document and make a copy for yourself, which you can do by hitting File and then make a copy, just like that. And then you can close this document once you've made your own copy. So there's File, make a copy. Anything that has an orange box is something that you need to complete. So you could get your name there, the date there, and then you're going to read the questions and do the best that you can to answer them. It says producers are organisms that do not need to eat other organisms to obtain energy in the food chain that's in the gizmo. Which of them is the producer, and where does that producer get its energy? So let's get the gizmo open. This is the same link that I just opened here from the document. Make sure that you're logged in and watch that first video I sent if you're not sure how to get logged in. You can hit launch. And basically this is a simulation that will show you 4 different organisms together in an ecosystem rather than just 2, like we studied the hare and the lynx. So we've got 4 now that we're going to use in this simulation. So we've got a hawk, a snake, rabbits, and grass. So now we can use that simulation to help us answer the questions. First one is, which of those does not need to eat? Which of those are consumers? Which of them do need to eat? If you're watching this video, I'm going to have you select all of this text and that picture right there, just these, the gizmo warm-up, and just hit delete. When we did this activity in class, that felt really confusing for a lot of students. So I'm going to have you all skip that part since I won't be able to help you with it. So you guys can jump right into activity A. The question that we're seeking to answer is, how do predator and prey populations affect one another? Add rabbits until the population is twice as large as it was, and let the simulation run for 1 month. So here's a couple tips about that. Click over so you're in the bar chart tab. It said add rabbits until there's twice the amount that there should be. So this 200% balance is what I'm shooting for. So I'm going to add rabbits all the way until I get to about 200. It's okay to be a little over, a little under. Then click over to the graph section, and we're going to hit play and let it run for 1 month. So we're going to try to stop it as soon as it gets to 1 month, which happens kind of quickly. In the question, the orange box that you're writing, it says, how did doubling the rabbit population affect the grass, snakes, and hawks at first? So fortunately, each of these lines has a color on it, and we can read immediately what happened. So at first, when we doubled the rabbit population, the grass population decreased, the hawk population increased, and the snake population increased. So you're going to write those 3 changes there in that orange box. And please try to use the words increased or decreased and use the word population. You don't want to say snakes went down or hawks went up, because I'm not sure what you mean. It's not very specific. So you could say their population increased, which would be a little bit more specific. So after you've done that simulation and written your response, you can hit reset, and then you're going to try it by instead halving or cutting in half the rabbit population. So make sure you hit reset, go back to bar chart so you can see what percent you have, and we're going to bring those all the way down to 50%, which is what halving means. Press play and pause right around 1 month. Go to your graph and then write about what you see. At first, hawks decreased, snakes decreased, and grass increased. So you're going to run a similar simulation with the hawks by increasing their population and decreasing their population. And then this part you draw a conclusion where you're just going to look back on the evidence that you saw and reflect on what you learned. In general, when you remove prey, like remove hawks, how does that affect predators? Or when you remove, when you remove prey, like bunnies, how does that affect predators, like snakes and hawks? And what effect does removing predators have on prey? So when you remove hawks, how does that impact the snake and the snake population at first? So in general, reflect on that. And then you attach this copy of the document and you turn it into Google Classroom. Let me know if you have any more questions.